First need for oneself development is independency of them or independency of oneself. That means he or she is independent or not. Okay, because if you do any work independently, okay, if you think independently, if you do any work independently, if you spend your time in more valuable manner, but this way obviously you done it independently, then you learn something from that work. You also learn how to use your time. You also, that means independently you choose your own path. So first need how you live this independent life. This is necessary for your development and others development also. If you depend on some others one, or if you depend on something or something else, that means you are fully depend on this. That means you are not think about these persons. That means these persons are always help you. If you not motivate yourself and if you not work yourself, and if you not, that means do anything else by your own effort, then obviously you are depend on some other ones. And if you depend on some other ones, then obviously you follow this other one's path. That means other one how do their work and how they think and how their manner, how their path, you follow this one. Okay, and in this way you also always, that means depend on others and also you follow this path, so you can't get a good work. And obviously your own self development is that means is not fully satisfied. That means your own self development obviously stop when you depend on others. Okay, so first need your own first need for your own self development is obviously independency of yourself. That means how you live independently, how you spend your time, how you do any work. But this one you also decide and you also do and you also choose this path. That means you do your work independently, you choose anything or anyone independently, and you also done every work independently. Then obviously you learn from this work and you also choose your own chosen one. So that means your path obviously created by yourself, not other ones. And obviously you earn something for yourself and obviously others one, and then you are independent. Okay, that means you do your work independently. That means you are responsible for your own self and obviously others one. So if you belong this life, this independent life, or if you live this independent life, then your creative power also increase. That means you do something new in anything else. That means if you plant one tree, how plant one tree, you also learn in your practical field. Okay, that means you do it by your own self, and you also that means all steps are known for yourself. So you also gather some knowledge from that practical field. So in this way you also known about that. That means this knowledge obviously in your control. Okay, that means this knowledge is yours now. So how this one is possible? If you do independently this work. Okay, if you read something, and gather some knowledge, if you independently do this. Okay, if you read by some that means but some teachers also teach you, then you collect this knowledge not independently. You collect this knowledge, obviously you depends on your teachers and others one. Okay, so if you that means read something and collect some knowledge, then obviously you do this work independently. But something is different here also, because this book written by some writer, then you also depend on this writer. But this is necessary for our society. Okay, this one is that means if you belong somehow in higher one, then this one is then it's necessary that this one also that means one type of dependency. So dependency, that means not create one creative work. If you want some, then want to do some creative work or want to invent some creative things, then you have to your first and foremost need for yourselves is independent work. That means how you do any work in your effort, your own effort. How you learn anything by your own effort. Okay, or how that means you spend your time, how you think by your, that means this was is in just depend on yourselves. Okay, that means what you think, what you do, you you also create this one. Okay, so in this way, if you choose anyone, or if you choose any subject, choose anything, and this, if you depend on some friend, then some friend also tell you something and you choose this matter or this persons or these things, then you depend on your friends. That means you are responsible. That means your future or your chosen one is obviously not your chosen one. Your chosen path is not your chosen path. This was obviously your, that means friend's chosen path, or your someone's, you depend on some teachers, then teacher's student chosen path. So what you want to do, what you, that means become in your life, this was is obviously in your hand. If you want to great, if you want to good, if you want to ideal one, and other one, that means something designation is needed for our society, and some work obviously you do better for our society, then you must be then means some doctor, some teacher, some professor, and some other field, some engineer and others one. Okay, or someone wants to be farmer, someone's a soldier, and so many that means field is here. So what you want, okay, what you want, this depends on just from your own. Then you are, that means you are also interest with this. work. Okay, that means you do this work fluently because this was is your chosen work. Okay, if you choose any subject, if you choose any person, that this person is my friend or not, this one is chosen by your own self. Okay, because if you, that means sometimes you spend sometimes with this person, and you also, that means always something that means some talk with them, and some that means sometimes spend with them, and others that means you also conversation with more, and others one that means you also that means always you spend with them, or always you also known his behavior for yourself and for others one, we also see that, and this then you become a friend. And if you also, that means you choose this persons for your friend, then this person's obviously not, that means not harm for your work or for your future and for others one. But if you not choose these persons, just depending on others, you also select this one is my friend, then this persons also all that means maybe harm your future, or maybe harm your career, maybe harm your that means your character also, and others things. Okay, love sometimes and other things. So obviously this one is needed for our society, and first and foremost need for any creative power is independency of oneself. So how, that means how you spend your own time, or how you do any work, and how you read, and obviously what type of persons is your friend, what type of persons is your colleague, and others one. Okay, that means some teammate, some friend, what type of persons, this one obviously is chosen for your own self. Okay, then your surroundings are better, and obviously you collaborate with good persons, obviously chosen good persons, or chosen that means frank persons, then obviously your life is, that means fruitful, you also have become happy, and you also live a happy life. Obviously this life gives you more enjoy, and more than charmful conditions. Okay, that means you obviously live a beautiful life. So how you will live a beautiful life? First need for live a beautiful life is, then choose, if you do any work independently, not depends on your mother, father, or friend, or other ones teacher. Okay, any work you do it by your own thinking, by your own chosen one, that means chosen path, chosen one, you select this one, that means your independency is also used here. Okay, then obviously you not, that means not any problem occur, then you also not blame others. Okay, and not always, that means uh, not always conquer, not always, that means no one is needed for yourself. Okay, that means no competition is here, because, and no harm also in your path, because this one is your chosen path. Okay, and you decide for, and you are responsible for that. So so this one not harm yourselves, this one also not distract your suitable beautiful life. So you first and foremost need for your development is, that means independently you do any work. Okay, so independence is first and foremost need for any work, and obviously any creative work. And if you want to want to good, or want to great, or want to do good, or do some great work, then first need is, that means you live a independent life first. After that you also then do any good work. Okay, otherwise this one is not possible, can't be possible. Any good work always possible from one independent one. Okay, so live a independent life, think independently, do any work independently, spend your time also with others and yourselves independently, and choose anyone independently, choose any subject independently. Then then obviously your life become fruitful, your life become beautiful. Okay, and you live a enjoyous life. So today I stop here. All are want to be too good or do good, so do it, and obviously do it independently.